Our top story this morning, a rave party has been busted on a ship along the Arabian Sea near Mumbai. A Bollywood superstar's son is among the 7 to 8 people who have been detained after the drug probe agency, the NCB, cracked down on the drug party. The NCB has released 2 others in connection with the case. The drug party was busted after a 7-hour-long raid on the cruise ship. The NCB officials posed as onboard travelers to bust the drug cartel. Sources have told India Today that the rave party was organized by a Delhi-based company called Namaskar. The drug party was allegedly being organized from October 2nd to 4. Each ticket cost a whopping 82,000 rupees. Sources say that the organizers are also under the scanner of the NCB officials and their statements will be recorded soon.
People still come in buses with people still coming, but some people just turning back home. But there is a big line, there is a lot of police, so they're trying to make people to go on one line. But so much fight was inside, it's like, my God, crazy.
There are reports coming that the drugs were found being consumed on the cruise. Do you have any information about it? Hence, because you were inside.
Oh, of course, no. I heard this was so much police, but drugs was found inside somewhere in the cruise. Yeah, outside I didn't see.
ये बताया गया था क्रूज है 42 आवर्स का लक्षद्वीप तक जाएगा।
गोवा, मुंबई टू गोवा था ना सर?
मुंबई टू लक्षद्वीप एंड बैक।
तो क्या हुआ फिर, क्यों नहीं दिया?
कुछ नहीं हुआ, बोर्डिंग पास नहीं मिला।
कितने बजे की बात है ये?
वो बोलते हैं अभी बोर्डिंग पास मिलेगा सुबह से बैठे।
कब जाना था, कब निकलना था क्रूज को?
4 बजे।
तो निकली क्यों नहीं फिर, क्या पता?
मुझे मालूम ही नहीं, जब पूछो अभी बता रहे हैं 10 मिनट में 5 मिनट में करते सुबह से पागल हो गए हम 11 बजे से।
The big battle for Bhawanipur nears its climax. The counting of votes is today. The results will be out today for the high-octane by-poll to the Bhawanipur Assembly seat that was held on Thursday, September 30th, amid tight security and stringent COVID-19 measures. The crucial Bhawanipur by-poll, in fact, saw BJP's Priyanka Tibrewal and CPM's Srijit Biswas locking horns with Trinamool Congress chief Mamata Banerjee, who needs to win this by-election to retain her seat as West Bengal's chief minister. Ahead of counting of votes for the crucial by-poll, BJP candidate Priyanka Tibrewal has written to the Chief Justice of the Calcutta High Court seeking preventive measures in connection with possible post-poll violence after the results are declared later today. In the letter, Priyanka Tibrewal has sought strict orders to the Kolkata police to take all precautionary measures to prevent any kind of violence post-declaration of by-election result. My colleagues Suryagni Roy and Prema Rajaram are now joining me live from Bhawanipur this morning. Good morning to you both. Suryagni, I'll come across to you first. This, of course, is a prestige battle for Mamata Banerjee. It's all or nothing. If she doesn't win this election, she, of course, will not retain her seat as the Chief Minister of Bengal.
Well, absolutely. And firstly, a very good morning to you and all our viewers. And here we are at Bhawanipur. This is, quote unquote, the day. And as you said, it's a prestige battle for Mamata Banerjee. And, she has given it her everything. From Abhishek Banerjee to the entire lot of Trinamool have campaigned over here. And, whatever the polling has happened, almost 58% polling has happened in a by-poll. That is pretty decent if we compare it to the actual polling, which happened to 61%. And in that, Trinamool Shobhandev Chattopadhyay won by something around 28,000 votes. So, given that scenario, the percentage that happened seems pretty good for at least the Trinamool. Now, as you rightly mentioned, this is a high-profile battle where the stakes are extremely high. And if Mamata Banerjee does not win this, then, the questions arise whether she can continue as the chief minister constitutionally or not. A lot of, questions will come up, and a lot of, these answers need to be catered by the Trinamool Congress. But if Mamata Banerjee does not win this election, then just imagine what happens to Priyanka Tibrewal, someone, who took all against all odds.
Right.
And she can just turn out to be Mamata Banerjee of 1984, who defeated Somnath Chatterjee, a heavyweight. Back to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, taking off from what you just said, Suryagni, about Priyanka Tibrewal, Prema, coming across to you now. While Mamata Banerjee, of course, can't rest easy, having gone into this election, this by-poll in Bhawanipur, how confident is Priyanka Tibrewal that she will be able to pull off a Shubhendu Adhikari on Mamata Banerjee from Bhawanipur?
The BJP is hoping that Priyanka Tibrewal can pull off something that Shubhendu Adhikari did in Nandigram, but we'll have to see whether the people of Bhawanipur decide to give the BJP a chance and Priyanka Tibrewal. Now, interestingly here, Priyanka Tibrewal has already won the battle in the Calcutta High Court when it comes to the post-poll violence, and she's hoping that she can also win this battle when it comes to the mandate of the people, and hoping that they would give her a chance. But there are various factors also. This is a constituency where Mamata Banerjee has been strong. The Trinamool Congress has been strong. She's won from here twice before. The third time Trinamool Congress won, Shobhadev Chattopadhyay has won, though he's made way for Mamata Banerjee here. We spoke to Minister Firhad Hakim just a short while ago, and he's very confident that Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress will win. And what he said is that the people of Bhawanipur will give the befitting reply, which the people of Nandigram didn't. So that is what the Trinamool Congress is hoping for, and they're confident that the people of Bhawanipur will not let them down. Apart from that, also, they want a margin, a huge margin that they're hoping to win by, because Mamata won by, Shubhendu Adhikari won by 1956 votes, and they're hoping that Mamata Banerjee wins from Bhawanipur, but by a huge margin. Back to you, Paulomi.
Absolutely. Prema and Suryagni, thank you so much for joining us with those inputs. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you through the day as, of course, the counting for that by-poll, that high-octane by-poll begins this morning. Shifting focus, rebuking the series of charges levelled by senior Congress leaders against Amrinder Singh, the former Punjab Chief Minister has launched a blistering attack on his estranged party. Captain Amrinder Singh dismissed Harish Rawat's claim of colluding with the Badals, a preposterous lie. He claimed Punjab Chief Minister, in fact, the former Chief Minister, stated he had been not colluding with the Badals. In fact, if he had been, he wouldn't have spent 13 years fighting them in the courts. He claimed, in fact, that having been pushed to the corner over its mishandling of the Punjab crisis, the Congress now is in a total state of disarray, hence the comments being made by the party leader, pointing out the conflicting number of MLAs against Amrinder Singh, shared by Harish Rawat and Randeep Surjewala. Amrinder Singh called it a comedy of errors following Sidhu's lead. This is not the first time, in fact, the army veteran has taken a dig at the Congress after his ouster as Punjab Chief Minister. Amid reports of Channi and Sidhu truce in Punjab, Sidhu has made it clear that he will not leave the Gandhi siblings' side. In a tweet, he said, and I quote, "Post or no post, I will stand with Rahul and Priyanka." Here's more.
Will Navjot Singh Sidhu return as Punjab Congress chief? The suspense still continues. Despite holding a marathon meet with Chief Minister Channi on Thursday, there's little movement on the ground. Amid reports of both Channi and Sidhu having reached a compromise formula over Sidhu's 3 demands, there's still no official word on this. According to the so-called truce formula, Channi has rejected one of Sidhu's demands on removing DGP Iqbal Sahota in sacrilege case. Channi, however, has agreed to appoint a special prosecutor in the case. The appointment is said to have been taken to placate Sidhu. Channi has also dismissed another Sidhu's demand of removing Attorney General APS Deol. CM Channi has stayed mum on Sidhu's 3rd demand of removing Cabinet Minister Rana Gurjeet Singh. Meanwhile, in a message to Sidhu, Channi's Deputy Chief Minister Sukhjinder Randhawa was seen with DGP Iqbal Sahota conducting a surprise check at Punjab Police Headquarters on Friday, a clear sign that Channi is not ready to budge. As speculation amounts over whether Sidhu will take back his resignation, on Saturday in a tweet, Sidhu made it clear that while he may have given up the post of Punjab Congress chief, he won't leave the party and will always stand by the Gandhi siblings.
certain ice-breaking steps which have been taken. Names have been sent for the new DGP appointment. There's also been appointment of R.S. Bains as a special prosecutor who will deal with the sacrilegious case. But is that enough, or will Navjot Singh Sidhu continue to play spoilsport as far as the new government is concerned?
As the never-ending Congress Punjab turmoil continues, sources say High Command may replace Harish Rawat as Punjab in charge over his alleged poor handling of the crisis.
मैंने वही किया है जो पंजाब के इंटरेस्ट में था या जो कांग्रेस के इंटरेस्ट में था.
Sources say that Rajasthan Minister Harish Chaudhary is likely to replace Rawat.
मैं कांग्रेस का कार्यकर्ता था, हूं और रहूंगा. ये क्या जिम्मेवारी मुझे मिलती है मेरा अधिकार नहीं. जो भी जिम्मेवारी मुझे मिलेगी और अगर मुझे छोटी जिम्मेवारी मिलती है तो उसमें मैं संतुष्ट हूं कि उसके अंदर बेहतरीन मेरे जितनी योग्यता है उसमें मैं कार्य कर सकूं.
Sidhu's rebellion came as a big setback to Channi, and the chief minister has his work cut out as the Gandhis remain silent on the crisis. The chief minister must pacify Sidhu, keep the flock together, and also ensure victory for the Congress in the polls, which is just months away. With Kamaljeet Sandhu, Bureau Report, India Today.
After build-up in Chinese aggression at the line of actual control, Army Chief Naravne embarked on a two-day visit to Ladakh to review the situation. While speaking to India Today, the Army Chief assured that Indian soldiers are well prepared to deal with any situation and exposed Pakistan's heinous terror design. Listen in.
Chinese aggression at LAC. PLA builds more infrastructure on Chinese side of the border. Considerable Chinese troops deployed. Amid fresh developments at the border and approaching winter season, India is keeping a close watch on Dragon's activities. Army Chief General M.M. Naravane was in Ladakh for 2 days to visit the forward areas and check the operational preparedness. In an exclusive conversation with India Today, General Naravane confirmed deployment of PLA troops at LAC.
चाइना ने अपने तरफ LAC के अपने तरफ काफ़ी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पैदा किया है. लाजमी है कि ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ज़्यादा ट्रूप्स को तैनात करने के लिए ही है.
The Army Chief emphasized on solutions through talks and sounded hopeful that the two sides can agree on further disengagement at the next round of Corps Commander talks.
12 राउंड टॉक के हो चुके हैं और हमें उम्मीद है कि 13वां राउंड जो है वो अक्टूबर इसी महीने में जल्दी ही हो जाएगा.
Not only relying on commander-level talks, General Naravane also assured that our forces were ready for any challenge.
जो आधुनिक हथियार हैं वो भी हमने यहाँ पर इंडक्ट किए हैं. हमारा जो फोर्स पोजीशन है वो बहुत ही मजबूत है और जो भी चुनौती है उसका हम सामना करने के लिए तैयार हैं.
The Indian Army has deployed K9 Vajra howitzers in Ladakh amid the ongoing tensions with China.
यहाँ पर K9 वज्र तोप अपनी मरक्षमता का प्रदर्शन कर रही है. सभी आधुनिक तकनीक से लैस इस तोप की मरक्षमता का कोई जवाब नहीं है और यहाँ पर खास तौर से चीन से इन ऊंचे पहाड़ों में 12,000 से लेकर 16,000 फीट की ऊंचाई पर दुश्मन के किसी भी ठिकाने को नेस्ते नाबूद करने में ये तोप पूरी तरह से कामयाब है.
The Made in India big guns provide a massive boost to India's firepower at the border.
मॉडिफिकेशंस करने थे वो किए, फिर हमने इसका फायरिंग भी किया, उसमें भी बहुत अच्छे नतीजे निकले और ये सब देखते हुए फिर हमने ये फैसला किया कि इस गन को भी लद्दाख में तैनात की जाए.
The gun has been deployed in eastern Ladakh on the China border in a very short time and it is ready to tackle any threat in eastern Ladakh from Chinese Army.
Not just on the eastern side, India is also battling threats from Pakistan on the western front. Amid recent ceasefire violations and increase in infiltration bids at the LOC, Army Chief exposed Pakistan's heinous terror design.
जो ceasefire समझौता हुआ था फरवरी के महीने में, उसके बाद जो अगले 3-4 महीने थे जून के आखिर जुलाई तक ये समझौता बहुत ही अच्छा रहा और कोई सीज़फायर वायलेशन भी नहीं था, ना कोई घुसपैठ की कोई कोशिश रही। लेकिन हमें देखने में आया कि पिछले 2 महीने में ये फिर से थोड़ा बढ़ रहा है।
General Naravane also said that the army is closely monitoring the situation in Afghanistan after the hostile takeover by Taliban.
अफ़गानिस्तान में जो स्थिति है उसके ऊपर हमारी लगातार नज़र है और उसके हमारे ऊपर क्या असर हो सकता है उसका भी हम हमेशा अंदाज़ा लगा रहे हैं।
As winter approaches, India's forces are extra vigilant as China and Pakistan continue to provoke. The Army Chief's Ladakh visit is a clear signal that India is prepared to counter any challenge head-on. With Manjeet Negi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Welcome back. Rajasthan Royals kept their playoff hopes alive with a win over table toppers Chennai Super Kings. MS Dhoni's side suffered only their 3rd defeat of IPL 2021 as Rajasthan chased down the target of 190 with 15 balls to spare. Here's how it all happened.
Ruturaj Gaikwad has been in sensational form in the UAE leg and his ball striking ability was once again in full display against the Rajasthan Royals.
Well, if he plays a better shot than that.
Chennai openers missed out on another 50-run partnership by just 3 runs as Faf du Plessis was stumped off Rahul Tevatia's bowling.
So finally the partnership has been broken.
Tevatia picked up Suresh Raina's wicket next, with the veteran holing out to deep mid-wicket in the 9th over.
It's a shot we have seen so often over the years from Raina.
Gaikwad though got to his 50 in the 14th over and then he found his top gear.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. I think the field has lost it.
He smashed a number of breathtaking shots as Rajasthan struggled to keep the scoring rate down. Even as Moeen Ali and Ambati Raidu fell at the other end, Gaikwad was toying with the Rajasthan bowling.
Ruturaj Gaikwad with a beauty.
Jadeja provided the perfect support as the all-rounder smashed 32 of just 15 deliveries. And right at the end of the very last ball of the innings, Gaikwad hit a maximum to reach a deserving 100 with CSK posting a massive 189.
It's a cherry on top of a sensational innings at the IPL.
Rajasthan though weren't ready to give up as their openers came out all guns blazing. Yashasvi Jaiswal and Evan Lewis took a special liking to Chennai's foreign bowlers.
There's no one out there to cover the Hoyk's leg.
While Sam Curran conceded 25 from his first 2 overs, Hazelwood was sent packing with 38 from his first 2.
Man back there, but he won't stop it.
Jaiswal got to his maiden 50 of just 19 deliveries, the joint second fastest for Rajasthan Royals.
Hashtag Nick Knight, what about
that? He's sitting here thinking, what an innings.
Even as Lewis and Jaiswal departed in consecutive overs, Rajasthan were flying.
Now it has gone off the glove. Yes, it has. Up goes the finger.
They recorded their best ever power play score with 81 runs coming off the first 6 overs.
Oh, it's in the gap. Beautiful.
Rajasthan though didn't slow down. Both Sanju Samson and Shivam Dube kept attacking the men in yellow.
Picked up. And another magnificent strike.
Dube especially crunched some big blows as Rajasthan raced to 141 for 2 after just 12 overs.
Oh, how close was that?
The southpaw then got to his 50 of 31 balls.
50 for Shivam Dube. Excellent innings. 50 of just 31 balls. It's 160 for 2.
Rajasthan chased down the target with much ease in the end to boost their playoff chances, with 4 teams now tied at 10 points in the middle of the table.
Done particularly well by Rajasthan Royals. It's been some chase.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
And that's a wrap on this bulletin. For all the latest news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the